Radio DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone tuning in to INCRadio, San Francisco, California. My name is Sophia Trigonis. I'll be your host today, and today we are featuring the local congregation of Awesome. So there is so much energy here. We are all so excited because Concord is actually celebrating a special anniversary, their 22nd anniversary. And so we have a live audience who is here with us, ready to celebrate. Can we go ahead and see our live audience? Clea Tech. Awesome. And we are not just joined by our audience, we are also joined by an amazing set of panelists who are going to go ahead and share with us what it's like to be a part of the local congregation of Concord. So if we could go ahead and introduce our panelists, if you could say your name as well as the CFO organization that you are a part of. Can we go ahead and start with the sisters, ladies first?
Hello po, I'm Sister Charlize and I'm a part of the Binhi organization.
Go Binky.
I'm Sister Kathleen po, and I'm part of the Kadiwa organization.
Good evening po. My name is Eleanor Cabanero, and I'm a member of the Buklod organization, and I'm one of the oldest in this panel.
Oh, wow.
I'm Finley Diaz and I am a CWS.
Wow.
My name is Brother Christian Diaz, and I'm part of the Kadiwa organization.
And I'm Brother Nathaniel Natividad, and I'm one of the head deacons in the congregation.
I'm Brother Troy Bascal. I'm also Kadiwa, like Sister Kathleen and Brother Christian.
Hello po everyone. My name is Brother Mark, and I am happily part of the Bookload organization.
Wow, emphasis on happily. Thank you so much to the local congregation of Concord for having us. We're so excited to, hear about the experience. And of course, if you are tuned in on YouTube, please go ahead and comment, send over your greetings and messages in the live chat. And in the live chat, share any memories that you also have with Concord, because there's a lot that we're going to be discussing today, and I'm excited to get into it. So the first question I have for you guys, how would you describe the city of Concord? What is Concord like for, someone who's never been here before?
Well, there's so much to do in Concord. Even though it's a small city, there's like so much fun stuff to do, like entertainment. There's a lot of food places. So everywhere we go in Concord, we always have something to do that's fun.
So yes, go ahead and add into Stella.
I love Concord because of the trails, and the Mount Diablo is nearby. And there's also waterfalls in Mount Diablo. One time I hiked there. There were, I think, 15 waterfalls.
Wow.
We counted 15 waterfalls during after the spring storm. We hiked there, and it's so beautiful. It's so green. And there's a lot of trails, and you can hike all day for every day. There's a lot of things to do here.
Oh, that's a great answer, sister. And that's something I want to check out, especially now that it's springtime. Yeah. Lots of wildflowers too. Really beautiful. Yeah. Who else would like to add into that? What else do you like to do in Concord and the area?
One activity that comes to mind, something that the brethren like to do together is bowling. And it's something that we gather every Sunday. You would see some of Concord go ahead and just go to the Clayton Valley Ball. Is that right, Sister Charlize?
Yes po.
Yes. Are you there every Sunday too?
Yes po, with my brother, and some of the Kadiwas who love bowling ball.
Oh, that's awesome. That's like, a good team sport to really bring the locale together and, a fun activity for all ages, right? Who else would like to add in? What do you like to do in Concord?
Oh, actually, Concord is also known for on Tuesdays and Thursdays farmers market. It's held at the Todos Santos Plaza, and around that area there's a park, a lot of restaurants, and it's a fun fact that maybe people don't know that before Concord was called Concord, it was called Todos Santos.
Interesting.
So instead of luckily, we're not called the local congregation of Todos Santos.
Totally. Brother Nathan, since you mentioned farmers market, I have to ask, what is your favorite fruit or vegetable to get from the farmers market?
Favorite, let me see. I love to eat. I mean, a lot of brethren here loves to eat, so I don't discriminate. So all vegetables. So.
I also like to add in anything else? Anything else fun that you like to do in Concord?
Oh, sorry, I don't know who you were looking at.
Yeah.
So mainly just one place that I like to eat. There's a Vietnamese restaurant nearby.
Ooh.
When I was still trying to get my associate's degree, I would always go to that Vietnamese restaurant every other Friday. That was mainly because that was the week of my payday. So just go all out
Nice.
before going to class.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, I'm hearing like a good mix of like, family activities, nature to see, good places to eat at. That's really fun. And, of course, too, the locale is such a special place as well. And, 22 years of history, of experiences. What would you think would make, or what makes the local of Concord unique too, when it kind of comes to how you guys are as a locale?
I feel like as a locale, we treat each other as a family and we just have that strong bond between the locale.
Yeah, I totally agree because like we're really pretty close knit to each other, so we are always in activities together, being able to support each other, and yeah, we always have each other's backs, which makes it fun to be able to support each other.
I really agree with that answer because even as someone who's relatively new to Concord, it's barely been a year, I think, since I've been here. I definitely feel that warmth and that aspect of familiarity and comfort. Every time I see the brethren gathered together, it brings that close knit and really enhances our bond with each other.
Aw, thanks, answers. And yeah, our sister too. Could you tell us too a little bit? Because how long have you been in the local congregation of Concord?
22 years.
Wow.
I'm one of the pioneers of the local congregation of Concord. And when we actually, Concord is the son or daughter of the congregation of Vallejo. Vallejo was the original local that in this area, and so it spread out all the way to Antioch, and from Antioch we become the third generation of local that were established in this area. So when we started, there were a few only, probably 50 people. Sorry, I mentioned it. Anyways, we started in our worship service was inside an office near the post office in the middle of the city of Concord, and it was very packed. But we continue on. We moved to another place, like we rented several places, but altogether we keep on attending worship services, and it's very good to see that the local of Concord is growing and getting bigger and bigger, and we're getting closer as a congregation together.
Oh, that's so awesome to hear, Paul. And round of applause for our sister too, for sharing and really being there for so much of Concord's history and experience. Is there anyone else here on our panel who's been here 20 years maybe? Or 15 years, 10 years?
Well, for me, I mean, it's maybe not that long, but it's pretty crazy because like I remember attending at CWS and being able to be grow up from CWS choir and then watcher, and then now as a CWS teacher, now teaching this generation. So just being able to look back at that, just very nostalgic how our locale has gone and grown as a locale, and it's just very surprising, and God is really in our local congregation guiding us as we go.
That's really beautiful to hear, Brother Christian. And yeah, Sister Eleanor, too. Do you have any like specific experiences, maybe, or kind of stories that you might have noticed, like, oh, the faith of the children or the faith of the brethren in the locale has really grown? Any like experiences like that that you witnessed too, Paul?
Well, when we started, these kids were newly born, and now they're teenagers, and some are have gotten married already. But before, when we started, these little kids, I can't believe they're now very active, members of the church, and with offices, and it is humbling to see all these kids growing up and very active in the church. And it is also very good to be together having fun, because every month we have activities for the congregation of Concord. Our book load president always makes sure that we have gatherings and activities, and Sister Jeda also, she always makes sure that we're actively having fun all the time. And one of my favorite activity of the book of the whole congregation is painting. We always, oh, I never miss painting. Whenever I learned so many things, and so much, what how to paint now because of our activity. And thanks to our book club president, Brother Mark, it is very good.
Wow. Oh, yeah, we're getting a lot of awes. Really great answer, Paul. And for those watching on YouTube, you can see a photo compilation of some of the past active or recent activities actually that Concord has had. So from Unity games to, I think CWS had a pot decorating activity. Here's a photo from the painting, clay making, just a lot of really great activities. So looking at how the locale is now, Brother Mark, I think we have to hear from you, since a lot of exciting activities that the Bookload organization has been doing, and the CWS too, of course. But how would you say the locale of Concord is now?
Well, um, right now I feel like compared to the rest of the locales across the world, we're still pretty young. I know, like, when we see the video streaming of our executive minister, they'll display the anniversaries of the districts and locales, and most of them are over 100 years old. So I feel like we're still pretty young as a locale. So we're still growing. We're still completing our lineup, po, and we're still having more activities. I think we're enjoying our company, and it's nice that we're working on edification. So we're really we see more members becoming officers, and it helps with the activities, with the success of the activities. But
That's a great answer, man. And it really does give that family feel, being here, being a visitor, being able to host here today. How else would you kind of describe what the locale is like now? Maybe if we could hear from Brother Nathan, anything he notices about, being one of the head deacons here in Concord.
Oh, it's nice to see. The past few months, we have new brethren transferring to the local congregation. So that's a great help, especially trying to complete our lineup of officers. I guess what we received in the meeting this evening was we want to have a chapel, so we need everyone's support. And I could see that the brethren really has that desire to have our own place, and we know that once we do what is needed, God's going to give us that place at the right time. So
And there's just so many accomplishments that you guys have had in your activities, in the way that the brethren are really connected with one another. Now, knowing that you're here, you've reached 22 years as a locale. How does reaching that milestone feel now for you?
I think it's like a really great accomplishment, especially going as a small account. And from a young age, we grown and seen the brethren really grow in the faith and see the progress of our local congregation in all aspects, especially in all the civil activities. We can see how the brethren is participating and more brethren are getting interest in all these activities to edify us in our local congregation.
Would you like to add in anything as well, brother? Go ahead. You got the microphone. Take it away.
So it just feels really interesting being roughly the same age as locale. For context, I was born September 2002, and we were established March 2003, correct? So there's only like a 6-month difference between me and this locale. Because the reason why I find that interesting, because when, like what Kuya Mark said, when you see the video stream worship services, most of them are even like older than our grandparents. So it's, for me at least, it's very interesting to be the same age as locale and pretty much growing up with it as well. So yeah.
How about for my sisters? Anyone want to add into? How do they feel about the 22nd anniversary of Concord?
I am so happy that we reached this milestone. And like what I said, he is one of the example of those kids that I said when we started, they were just babies. They were just newly born. And now they are church officers. And so I'm so proud of them.
Oh,
We saw.
we conquered. Wow. Oh man, I'm loving the excitement, and you really feel the love in the room too. I feel like we have to hear from our CWS representative too, Brother Finley. How do you feel being here in Concord locale?
Well, since I'm only half the age of Concord, it's really interesting to see what's happening now and not knowing what happened before. And now that I'm learning about it, it feels like interesting how it's now happening.
Aw, that's a really good answer. Really well said, especially being half the age of the locale. I have to ask, are you 10 years old now?
I'm 11.
11. Okay. In your 11 years of experience, do you have a favorite CWS activity that you had here in Concord?
Definitely watercoloring.
Oh, okay. I hope you took note, Brother Christian. We got to do
Yes,
watercolor.
because-
Don't worry, I took note too.
Fun fact, because our local congregation, we have a lot of creative brethren. So a lot of us are enjoying activities regarding the arts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Painting, watercolor, yes.
Yeah, photography. Gotta plug that in as well.
We also
'Cause-
like hiking. We
Oh.
our local also goes hiking in Mount Diablo.
Oh,
It's
that's
a lot of
nice.
physical fitness activities,
Yeah.
participating in unity games, volleyball as well.
And bicycling.
Yeah, actually, we had a district. We had a district bicycling. I think last year,
Mhm.
and that was a lot of fun. I think we met up in Heather Farms, so it was fun. We got to see a lot of the brethren in our district riding their bikes. Some of them even walking. So that was a good activity for the family. So
Yeah.
To add on, but as a local congregation, I feel like we're all active in when it comes to like sports, and I feel like that's what makes it even more fun.
Oh, awesome. Yes. Well said. Well said. I like it. It's not just one type of activity that you can find in Concord. It's like a whole variety, right? So exciting. And speaking of activities, we do have a couple of promos that we would like to go ahead and show. So if our Clea Tech could go ahead and bring up some of the promos for the different activities that we have. I believe one of them that we'll be showing is going to be our fire safety awareness. This will be this Sunday, and it also will include an earthquake drill. So you know what to do in these type of natural calamities. That's going to be in Hayward at 5 o'clock p.m. this upcoming Sunday. And then I think we might have a couple more promotions as well that we'll be showing. One of them is our golf driving range. This is from Burlingame, Kadiwa. This will actually be tomorrow morning at the Top Golf Center in Burlingame. So I hope to see you at our golf driving activity. And we have a public speaking seminar. This is great because it's going to be a combination of CBI as well as district multimedia, and you'll learn public speaking tips, how to feel confident in front of camera, how to join INCRadio and learn, how to keep talking like I do sometimes on here. And this is going to be April 27th at 4 p.m. We're also holding a clothing drive in the locale of Burlingame. This will be an INC giving activity throughout the month of March. So a lot to look forward to. And one more CWS baking activity. So this will also be in Burlingame this upcoming Sunday. Let's go ahead and, before we wrap up, we would like to hear some greetings and shout outs from our panelists. So if you could go ahead and share some, but before, just think of who you want to shout out. We're going to go ahead and check out some of our YouTube live comments. And you guys will have a moment to think like, oh, who would I like to give my greetings to? So some of the great comments that we have from Sister Isabel Sesse. She says, we miss our Concord family, but so happy that we're close by. The kids are so grown up now. We have from our Sister Karen Seneca, happy anniversary po Concord locale. We have from Bituin Cruz, happy 22nd year anniversary Concord. And then from Leonardo Alfonso, we came, we saw, we conquered. Happy anniversary, Paul. And they really miss you, Paul, here in Concord as well. And then from Sister Izzy, there's a really nice comment. One of my favorite activities from Concord was our puppet show. I was still binhi, I think. That sounds like a fun activity too. From Sister Eileen Capuyan, happy 22nd anniversary po locale of Concord. Greetings from San Pablo, BAC. We also have our resident minister, Brother Andrew Paragas, who is in the live chat. A special shout out to Ka Andrew, who is mentioning we miss you both, Clea, Zach, and Ate Izzy. Aww. And we also have our sister Catherine Paragas, who says we are so proud of our brethren here in Concord. Aw, and from so many nice comments. I want to just keep going reading all of these. We have from our brother Dallison, who says, I have been in Concord for about 2 years now. Everyone is really welcoming, a super active locale. Love Concord. Aww. Yeah. And from our sister Mira Benito, thank you, Paul, for all the greetings. We are so happy reaching this 22nd anniversary. To God be the glory. Aww. That's so sentimental. So, of course, before we wrap up, keep on sending over your comments, your greetings in the live chat, and we'll go ahead and be able to read those later on. But okay, we just have a few more minutes. Does any of our panelists have any greetings that they would also like to make?
Well, I'd like to shout out to my CWS team here in Concord. CWS, and any to the CBI from the district who is watching. Thank you for all the greetings, everyone.
To all the brethren around this Bay Area, I'm inviting you guys to come visit Concord, and we should do hiking in Mount Diablo, and I'm going to show you the waterfalls. I know how to get there.
Yeah. I want to see waterfalls. Anyone else? How about Brother Finn?
A shout out to my fellow CWS. Please join Concord.
Yes, and shout out to all the Kadiwa, and also shout out to my twin brother in the live audience.
Shout out to my beautiful wife, Sister Lila. And also shout out to my parents who are originally pioneers in Concord. They're in Fairfield now. So Brother Celso and Sister Sally, I love you. I'll give you a call later.
Shout out to my brother who's all the way in the back of the live audience. Also shout out to my mom who is watching on YouTube, and also to District Kadiwa.
Wow.
So,
Yes.
Shout out to Sister Jeddah, my wife.
Aw.
And
Sister
also-
Jenna, we should have her in front of camera for 1 second.
And also to all the brethren out in Taiwan. Just wanted to say hi to you guys.
Oh, wow. We probably have some from Taiwan in the live chat too. Any other shout outs, greetings?
I would like to shout out to my family who brought me to this locale po.
Oh, wow.
One more,
Yeah.
a shout out to Brother Andrew and his family. Thank you. We thank God that you are in the local congregation of Concord.
Awesome. All right. So, thank you so much, of course, the local of Concord for having us here. I know all of us who are part of INC Radio are so stoked. We're really feeling the love today here in this broadcast. And thank you so much, too, for always tuning in, supporting INC Radio. Thank you to all of our viewers who are there in the live chat today. And, thank you also to our Clea Tech and Autotech who are behind the scenes. So our brother Kenneth, our brother Ben, our sister Irish, who are all here helping behind the scenes too. I know. And our Atajeta too, taking some behind the scene photos for us. And thank you too to the audience. And, for all of us who are here within the District of Bay Area, California, we'd like to also go ahead and give our thank yous to our multimedia advisor, Brother Jonathan Ibarra, to our CFO overseer, Brother Alex Laredo, our assistant district supervising minister, Brother Ray Del Rosario, and to our district supervising minister, Brother Jojo Bayani. Thank you so much, Paul, for all you do for us here in Bay Area, California. And we'd also like to go ahead and say a thank you to our Clea Tech who helped us out today, all the way from the Philippines, as well as our executive producer, Brother Manley Andaya, for all your help within INC Radio. Thank you also po to our CEBSI CEO and CFO coordinator, Brother Angelo Manalo, and to our executive minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, for all your help, all your support within INC Radio. And I think we have a few more comments that we are just going to go ahead and share, because we have a couple of birthdays too, if I'm not mistaken, within our district. So happy birthday to Brother Alvin Pacheco, as well as to Brother Mark DeGala, who are celebrating their birthdays. We have greetings coming in, yes, from Brother Jessica Mob, as well as from Sister Catherine Fraga. So happy birthday, Paul. I hope you had a great day, Paul. And again, thank you, of course, to the locale of Concord. One more time, could we hear it? We came, we saw,
We conquered!
Thank you so much, Paul. Happy 22nd anniversary. We'll see you next time on INC Radio San Francisco. See you soon.